Oh, this is funny. I can't see myself yet. I'm in my kitchen, so this is why I'm laughing. See, the background is way better because it's just a white wall. Wait a minute. So, yeah, I was just talking to someone about when I started and when I, like, basically, yeah, because I jumped on live stream. Wait a minute, I'll check that I can hear this. So I'm not going to be here. I mean, I always say that, but I'm not going to be here for very long because I need to go in the membership and then I need to come back here actually. But for practical matters, I don't know how to go live straight in the membership, but I can do it when I'm public and go there. So sorry, guys. I'll be very honest right now. This wasn't the plan, but this is very Aquarius moon. Expect unexpected. You know what I mean? Like just, oh come on, let me get into the. I just wanted to see. Just wanted to see if you can hear me. Oh, is it because I put? Oh, it's because I put flight mode on. I don't know. That shouldn't affect it. What's up with my internet? What's it doing? I don't know if some of you can see me, but it's not working on my other phone. Yeah, I mean, am I just meant to assume that you can see and hear me? Is it because I had it on flight mode and I've just taken it off? It says I'm live, but I can't. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm determined. Wait a minute, let's use the other phone. What's going on here? I'm not here for long anyway. Sorry, my nose really itchy, but that's when the loved ones and spirit are talking to me. Um, oh yeah, working on this one. Sorry, so my face is a bit red because I've not got any makeup on. I've just got my Nivea on. My nana would be proud. My nana swore by Nivea. Um, and it's a lot cheaper than my primer that I usually use that I love that I've used for years. So I don't know, I might be switching to Nivea. Just saying, ladies out there or men that wear your makeup. If you've got kind of drier skin, if you've got oiler skin, don't use it. But it seems to be working well for me. But yeah, right, very itchy nails. So basically, um, yeah, it's just what I said. I'm only doing this because the stuff I was doing earlier, you know, I took a wee bit longer than I wanted to, and then I'm just like, I'll just go in the membership like this. So anyway, it's quite funny because look, this is the sleep ruler thing that I've got in, so that's why it looks like. Look at the mess. I mean, it looks like a hot mess with a wee bit sticking out in that, but it's quite funny because from the front, it almost looks like this could be a hairstyle, doesn't it? But I'm just making that clear that I won't have this in earlier, and I might regret it because it might be that this looks better than when I take it out because I don't know what is going to be happening to my hair when I take it out. I don't know if it's going to be curly or it's just going to be going like all types of. We'll just work with it. I'll put a clip in or something if it's not. It's going to be a surprise to me, and that is really funny to me because Aquarius Moon right now is. It's going to be a surprise to me. I just looked at the time at 333 Ascended Masters, so right. Let's just put. So I'm not here forever. Let's just put a wee 5 minute timer on here and we'll just whatever, when that goes off, I'll go. So the card I pulled before I came on here was time to go there. What are you avoiding? What you are avoiding may be what you're ready to move. So there's definitely coming up something coming up here about now, whether this is for one person, 10 people, 50 people, who knows, but someone needs this message or a few people that something you've been avoiding, it's, you know, it's time that you stop doing that. But also, it's got a 31 in it, I just noticed. So there's not a 31st of November, but there is a 31st of December. That's actually some of your birthdays, Nathan and Tom, and probably other people, but there's who spring to mind just now, some of our soul brothers. Um, but or Hogmanay, as we call it here in Scotland. So yeah, New Year's Eve is significant here. So there might be like, well, the obvious one would be there might be a New Year's Eve gathering you're going to or a party or those of you with a nearest and dearest, you might be like just wanting to cozy up with your lover. I don't know what's going on here, but there's something about, is this a When Harry Met Sally? Have we got like, we're not going to know until it gets to it, but have we got people who are like, when you realize you love someone, you want the rest of your life to start right away, but that's a film, guys. Life isn't always like a film. I'd love it if it was, but mind you, actually, my life kind of is like a film, but a fucking dramatic film. But anyway, we'll put that one back in and we'll see what else comes out, and then I'll just go when the timer goes off. So, but yeah, I very much feel this is going to be off the back of what we were talking about on the Mediumship Monday last night. That so if you basically missed the memo there, I suppose this can be a wee sort of warm up to it, that I'm going to do my free 5-day challenge on starting Monday the 15th until the Friday the 19th of December. And basically, it's pretty easy. Like, there'll just be a pre-recorded video that goes out every day. And, the first couple of, the first 2 days, I'll keep them like 5-10 minutes because it's quite easy. It's just, giving you a prompt. And then usually the way I do it is I go live at night. So each of the 5 nights, each of the 5 days where you watch that video, I will go live at night. So it's a lot of energy for me to be putting out. But I'm going to do it slightly different, is there'll be a prompt video. I will go live in public for everyone on here. Do I believe myself when I say 30 minutes? I think I will try and stick to 30 minutes, because then I will do what I'm about to do right now, and I'm going to switch from public to the membership. So it would be, you'll get value and, you'll have fun in public. But if you want more, join the membership. And because although that obviously is encouraging, to invest in my business more, it is an investment in yourself too. I know that is a thing that people say, but it really is. And again, it speaks for itself when people share in the chat. And I'm very grateful when people do that, because, as I say all the time, I wish I didn't have to share like testimonials and reviews all the time and copy and paste all these things in the comments and stuff. But I have to do that because I'm not on any of the other social media platforms just now, and I don't want to be. Other than people sharing in the live chat or when I do like conversations with people, it's really the only way to prove, that's my social proof. So, and yeah, like I said, some of these I'll have done recently, some of them will be years ago, some of them are actually as long as like 9, 8, 10 years ago, but I'm really proud of them because people are saying amazing things right from the start. And a lot of the people I helped right at the start are actually helping people in their own way, in a bigger way, like, helping big groups of people. I'd say good morning, but I know it's not morning. I know it looks like it though, Brandy, doesn't it? When I've got my curl. What are you thinking about this? I mean, I don't think the back's very great, but so yes, I'm just on quickly. Would you like a card actually, Brandy? Because I've just randomly jumped in, would you like me to pull you a card? I'll do some collective ones for it, and then that alarm's gonna go off. But yeah, so I don't know exactly what the theme's going to be yet, but I've helped people with their new earth businesses for the whole time I've done this. But it's just I see so far into the future, like people weren't really, I was kind of like not the only one, but I was one of the only ones talking about ascension and all this kind of stuff and spiritual awakening. Whereas obviously there's fucking a sea of people speaking about this now. And it's just, if you resonate with me, I'm very good at helping people with their spiritual businesses, but really any business. Because if you've got if you've got a fear of visibility and you need to be seen, basically, if you're on social media, you do need to get over your fear of visibility. You do need to be seen. And video and live stream is by far, it's always the thing that, goes above anything else. So I've always known that I'm very, well, it's not lucky. I've had to push through fear, but I'm glad of that because, I love doing it and it's what I prefer. But it's more just because I have been now doing that for so long. Even just me showing up and being brave can help other people to do it. It's, that, so that's an energy here. But there's so many people that are scared, hiding in the shadows, and you've got talents and gifts, and people need to see what you're good at. And so I'm just sort of sharing that. You don't need to be mystical, spiritual, any of that kind of jazz. Maybe we're just meant to connect and I'm meant to help you, something like that. Or maybe like I'm keeping this anonymous, but I had, because that women will check it, something. I just had an experience there where, because I'm doing lots of different, I'm just doing different sort of business stuff just now, and I just had a nice reminder of, not to just assume that people won't understand the stuff that I do, because everyone knows this. Like the only people I help are twin. I meet twin flames everywhere. It's just nuts. It doesn't matter where I am, online, offline. I'm a real twin flame shaman healer. That I just meet them everywhere. And I know some of you aren't a twin flame, and you just like me and you watch me and you get entertainment, and you're more than welcome. And maybe it will be that one day it won't be majority of twin flame content, but just now it is that way. And that's why I've been saying this for ages. I'm not going to, like, when I do separate my stuff, I'm not going to say, oh, this is my other business, but I'm sure it'll just get thrown and you'll see it. So if you see it, you see it kind of thing. But it's, anyway, blah, blah, blah. If you avoid conflict, you keep the peace. If you avoid conflict to keep the peace, you start a war inside yourself. But you see how that all fits. It's time to go there. You have to speak up and you have to share your gifts. Like my tagline has been the whole time I've done this, it's nearly 11 years, never mind 10 years, is my gift is helping you find yours. Because that really is my gift. Like it's written all over my astrology chart, but it's just in my frequency. Like I can see what people are good at just by listening to you in a session. I'll be able to see what you're good at, and I'll be able to see, like, why aren't you doing that and that together, or why haven't you thought about sharing it this way, or people are like, oh, I'm too scared to do live, or I don't want to do a live. Well, you don't need to do a live. Why don't you do it in a private group, or why don't you do this or that, or why don't you do courses? Like it's because I've went on this many, I've been on that many courses or subscription groups over the years. It's something they're like, why the hell did I do all that? But it's obvious why I done it, because I meet so many different types of people. Hello, Tini, did you get my email? I had just emailed asking you if you were still wanting a session this week, because I need to know when. I mean, you can email me back so that I don't overdo it with these, basically. But I'm only going to be doing sessions up until the 12th, because I'm going to be running the challenge the next again week up until Christmas. So anyway, right, Brandy said yes. I did put a timer on. Wait a minute. There's no... What, it doesn't really matter. I'll put a timer on for 10 minutes. Doesn't really matter, because it's just I'm going to switch to the member. Oh, right, sorry, you did. It's because I've been, guys, I'm just on it. I'm on it like a carb audit. Do you know what I mean? I'm just working on things that I should have been doing a long time ago. At one point, if you want to join my email list, I will have one. I really should have had an email list the whole time 10 years ago, as well as a website. I've had websites here and there. I can't be arsed with it. I just do all my business through the link. Right? It just works, right? But that's why I was going to have another one and I'll set it all up, the other stuff. But anyway, I'm going to switch in from this in probably just under 10 minutes, and we'll go into the membership and I'll hang out in there for a wee while, and then I'll come back on here. And to be honest with you, no, I'm not doing the live stream like that. I wouldn't really mind, but it's like I'll probably take this thing out, look, see what it looks like. Might put makeup on, might not, but so I don't know. I don't know what time I'll be live again in public. By the time I do this, if I do this, and then I'll be in the membership, say till like 4:30, and then I need to eat something. Yeah, I might be on as soon as 5:30 UK time. Then again, it might be like 6, 6:30, but I think it might be, I would say between 5:30 and 6:30 UK time. And it's almost 3:45 to put you in the picture. Right, so, sorry. Thank you for your patience, Brandy. What have we got? What have we got for Brandy? Brandy, not Barbie, because I mix your names up. Dyslexia. Breath of the Cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. So this card for me is always just a reminder that we can't micromanage things. Like sometimes we've just got to accept it's fucking Mercury retrograde, nothing's going the way I wanted it to. I'm just going to roll with the punches. And as you know, because you know your astrology too, it's Aquarius moon, anything goes. So in the week where Mercury is due to go direct, and when Saturn's going direct in Pisces, and it's just all going on. And an Aquarius moon anyway, even if all that wasn't going on, it's pretty wild. So, but we've got the reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. Now, if you're new to watching me, or just a reminder to everyone else, although I'm pulling Brandy's cards right now, this message can be for everyone else as well. So, but what's quite interesting about this, and this is going to factor in, I was literally just talking to somebody about soul recognition, and when you feel just a connection with well, in this case, your twin flame, soulmate, whatever resonates. But I feel for you, Brandy, this is about like I've been saying this a lot, but it's about like you coming into that solid partnership, friendship, self love for you. Now I know this is gets regurgitated, it can be a bit boring, but I really do feel that on a strong level. It's like, you know, not taking anyone's shit. And I mean, our Brandy's like that anyway, and never changed. But it's kind of like, you know, um, knowing your worth and not really letting anybody near you like that romantically unless they see you like the queen that you are. Oh my God, I'm here for that message. Um, and Pallades. So again, I don't know if you. Oh, wait a minute as well. You are Aquarius rise. Wait a minute, or are you actually an Aquarius? Oh no, maybe you're an Aquarius. I know that I always just remember. I always feel your moon more. I know you're Scorpio moon, but you're either Aquarius sun or Aquarius rising. I can't remember what one right now. Um, but hopefully Brandy's still here. But yeah, I feel I don't know if you're aware of this, but I feel the Pleiades work quite strongly with you. Now I work quite strongly with them too, but I always just say them, like because I just connect with that many different light beings. But yeah, double mission, channeling, uplifting humanity. So you know, I feel they're very close around you right now. And then I just want to switch to one of these. Joe, I'll just do you some wee cards. And you can catch it on the replay to me. Star Children, no veil, psychic, different, cosmic inspiration and light. Yeah, if you're not already having some quite intense, yeah, Aqua Sun, I thought that. Aqua Sun, Scorpio Moon, Virgo Rising. Yeah, if you're not already having some quite intense epiphanies and downloads, that's gonna be happening big time. Like I just feel huge shift in a huge shift in your energy, which is basically tied into what I'm saying here. I am attracting other twin flames and people on whatever part of their spiritual awakening they're at in more unusual places, is the way that I'll put it, online and offline. Because my guides are, you know, because everything happens for a reason. You know, you would be surprised. I once met a twin flame when they were giving me a massage, and I was meant to be getting the massage. The person was talking about her lover the whole freaking time. It's, it's I've met people in a play park once. That was 7 years. That was 6 years ago because my niece is 7 now and she was only one. Good at maths. Um, and yeah, that was the weirdest one. One of the weirdest ones because she was a married twin flame, and she was just like she watched me with my niece and she was like, "Are you a healer?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, I can't remember how she got in it, but she said like, "Do you know about twin flames?" And I was like, "I'm a twin flame healer." She's like, "Ah, right, yeah." I felt really drawn to you. Energy's real, quantum entanglement, all that kind of stuff. Like attracts like. It's crazy. Body tempo. Consider the food you nourish your body with. So just to wrap up Brandy's message, there's I know that's a bit of a boring one to end it with, but there is something about I feel with your personal spiritual awakening, you might be going off certain foods and stuff like that. And that's not a coincidence, actually, that I'm not telling you exactly when, but I'm doing one of my bigger fasts this week. So it's things like that. So whether you're being guided to intermittent fast or do like a 24-hour fast or a longer thing or something, you know, and that's a personal sort of choice. Just look out for that kind of stuff. Right. So hopefully that means something to you. But what I always say is because I read the past, present, future, if you're kind of baffled by all of that, just sort of hold on to it and see how, see how things transpire. But and especially because I wasn't meant to be, doing this bit right now. I was meant to be doing what I'm going to be doing later. So, I trust that whoever caught me doing this, you were meant to. Right. And that goes for anyone that's lurking live or watching it on replay. Right. So what do you think? Should I just stay like this and do the other reading like this too? It's kind of like Big Brother just ended here. And the Irish, oh, you're very welcome. The Irish woman, the Irish girl in that, she had this in the whole time too. She either had her curls or she had one of these in. And I was like, I need one of those ones, the material ones, because I've got the big sort of long, uh, sponge. It's like a big, it's not like material, it's not flat. I've got that, and I don't know, I don't really like that. I've done it on Christmas Day though, actually. I've done that when the oh my God, that's terrible. The other Irish girl, Moon and Back Tarot, that's it. Um, when she showed her something using one of them, and I was like, oh my God, like I'm going to use that, and then also fun fact, me and her have got the same birthday. She is just, I mean, I don't bat for that team clearly with what this whole channel's about, but she is a stunner. She is just I love Irish people, and she is just beautiful in every sense of the word. So if you've not, I mean, I'm sure everyone knows her anyway. I found her at 10K, and she's already like 120 or something, or you know what I mean. So yeah, amazing. Um, right, okay, so and again, I don't. So now it's like Sunday must need something of hers because that's weird. Like I usually don't say that because my theory is I don't want to lead karmic people that lurk to amazing places like that. But they're letting me say that because her channel's that huge anyway. She's like top on all this sort of things. So um yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone will know anyway. If you don't, you're missing out, kind of thing. She's brilliant. So just stay like that. It doesn't matter what you look like as long as you're coming. Thank you very much. Yeah, this depends. You know what I mean? I'm like, I think it probably makes sense just to say like this. But I think what I'll do is I'll take the thing out as I'm yeah. I don't think, because I honestly didn't get to sleep till after 5 in the morning. Like it's just the energy is so wild when I'm doing a live because it was 6 hours in total. But thanks for the people that were on the live stream. Like you see, like all the things that I've been writing down over the weekend and over the past few weeks, it just helped to be talking to people. And but I'd rather be doing that in private if I'm honest, because obviously I didn't give you any more specific details because yeah, don't tell people your ideas until they're more concrete. But like I said, I don't care, the format, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? People can call me all they want. You know me, you're not going to be able to get the same vibe going. I'll be confident about that. Right, okay, so everybody's different. Right, okay, so there's definitely a thing about owning it here, though. With that card saying speak up and now me saying it like that. Um, and it's important people that have followed me for years know that. I used to hold back on putting some of my good ideas out there because I was always worried about people nicking them. Look what people do these days. People are nicking everything. Just fucking put your shit out. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's probably AI may put me on somebody, but I couldn't give a fuck, right? We're here for a good time, not a long time. Um, you know what I'm saying? It's like it is what it is. People are dicks when they do stuff like that, but it's not going to stop me showing up and helping people. Right, okay, so what have we got for Tani? What does Tani need to Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Oh my God, so fitting. So I love that. I'll look at your to work out the times because that's too much maths for me when you live in halfway across the world. But you get messages like this quite a lot about you stepping into your healer energy. And and obviously on our first session, I'd said, well, actually, before we even had a session, I'd said to you, I feel you're meant to, or maybe that was on the session, but I felt that you had tons of ancestors around you, like, and that you're meant to be doing something in your own community. And then it made sense when we actually spoke. So, and also this is significant because I'm very obviously, if we were sitting where I usually sit, you see all the roses behind me and everything, even my phone case until it fell off, is the blue roses I love specifically. But I'm very much part of Sisterhood of the Rose. So I wouldn't be surprised if you really connect with Mary Magdalene's Sisterhood of the Rose. And, just basically that kind of energy of, being a healer, but being a teacher as well, and feeling that kind of sisterhood with other, it is kind of amazing, like guys too, but it is kind of amazing when we can feel that instant connection. And I know I said it last night, but I'm never going to stop saying it because I just loved that Tani literally just found me, joined the membership right away, booked a session, loved it so much she's booking another session. And just to put you in the picture, guys, it's been like, a couple of months in between because I don't let people, the closest I would let people book is I would say at least leave it 3 weeks. There's no reason to be having another session with me before 3 weeks is up. And sometimes people might leave it 3 months or 6 months or a year. But if you're opening, like I said to someone last night, if you've opened a Pandora's box with a shaman specifically, and you're doing soul retrieval and you're becoming more empowered, it's addictive anyway. And it's not addictive in a bad way. It's like you'll notice that like you'll feel depleted, and then there's only so much you can do yourself. And until you get stronger and you get more strength in it, it's like it's just not wise. It's like leaving yourself hanging. You know what I mean? It's not like a one and done, you get a session with a shaman and you're finished. Unless like there have actually been some unique cases where I said this last night, so it's obviously in the ear, where someone has already done a lot of work on whatever it is they do. Like we'll use business as an example, and they came into contact with me, bought things that weren't even that much money, and before you knew it, they were like in the public eye and doing their thing. Now, it wasn't me that done that for them. They'd clearly worked to get to that point, but there was a string of people where they literally were making no money, but they had huge platforms. And then I told them ways to make money from it. And the next thing, yeah, I can think of two women specifically I was in groups with. And basically I'd said things and then they used the idea and they, you know what I mean? And I mean, that's great. You know what I mean? It's amazing. And but all I'm saying is it's that kind of stuff humbles me because a lot of people, you know, I'm keeping it honest, but a lot of people don't know that some people came into contact with me and then big things happened after. And also I would be pivotal in giving them an idea. Actually, I can think of another woman as well. Yeah, it's happened with quite a few people. And I would say it's my Neptune and Jupiter and Capricorn. Like Connor said last night, he's found it just through watching me, he finds money in that randomly about. God, I wish that happened to me, but but the more people start to recognize this, more people book sessions, and then you see my money does come in. Basically, my money comes to me randomly. That can be a problem if you need to know how much money is coming every month. But anyway, back to awakening. This is part of your awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So that is why, you know, if you weren't already booking a session, I'd be encouraging you to, because there's strong energy coming through here. It's part of your personal energetic upgrades. It's part of your awakening. It's part of your integration. It's about keep on rising, keep on empowerment, and especially for you. And I wouldn't go into so much detail if you hadn't done it in public already, so it's your fault. But I'm only joking when I say that. But it's kind of like, because you've already said it openly, you're a good example of, because you've said there's over the years, possibly even now, there's a lot of people sending negative energy towards you. It's important you do work with, well, in this case, it would be like a shaman, you know, anyone that's what, it doesn't need to be me, but Tani's found me. It's kind of like, you know, you need somebody to have your back. And by the way, I'll have your back no matter what. You don't need to be booking sessions. Do you know what I mean? We're going to be linked energetically, whether you like it or not. Like some of these folk that I helped 10 years ago, 8 years ago, you know, I've helped them and I hope they're doing well, but I lose contact with people. And it's great, you know, if any of them are looking, they want to contact me, like I'm open to it, you know what I mean? It's like I said, there's nobody really I can think, not nobody, like there's people that there's been bad blood with or weird instances because but it's all because they fucked me over. So best probably not hearing from those folk. But these are the people who just lurk and hate and you know what I mean? How is she doing this? You know what I mean? We'll just let them go on it. We'll pray for them. But you know, other people, it's you know, it's yeah, like it's nice. That feels nice if people are still tuning in on the, you know, lurking. Anyway, so right, so but people say that to me. I will always be with you. Many people have said that to me and they have fallen off the wagon. Why, you know, sometimes I used to drive myself crazy about that. I don't anymore. I just wish people well and I hope they're, you know, sometimes it can be an ego thing. Sometimes people want to go away, do really well and come back and be like, oh, you know, I've done it's not ego so much, but it's kind of like, you know, or sometimes it's ego, but sometimes like people want to do it themselves and it's more about, because like I said, the last thing I want to teach people is codependency. So, you know, it's like in anything that I do, like, you know, it's good to stand on your own 2 feet. But yeah, for whatever time people are with me, you know, I'm honored if people learn and get something from it and that. And like the one thing I always pride myself on is what you see me right now with this, whatever this is in my head, no makeup and just chatting away about it. I'm not too different on a session. I'm very energetic right now because it's Sag season and I'm here for it. But yeah, it doesn't differ from, you know, the only thing is it'll be more deep and more intense and we'll be talking about your trauma and that, but only if you want to. I wouldn't go there if you don't, but people naturally do. But yeah, I pride myself on that because that's not the way with everyone else. I've been on the receiving end of that so too many times over the years, like shockingly so, whether it's in the Twinflame community or otherwise. So yeah, it's wise to lurk somebody for a long time before you invest. But you know, I'm glad people seem to resonate and agree that I'm not, you know, different from what you're seeing here. So to me, what else? Sorry, let me just, did I read all of these? God, this energy is really fast. Just stay like that. Oh, yeah, I read that. But oh wow, that's a long time. Amen to that, sister. Oh wow, I love that. I found you. It helps so much. It's better than therapy sessions. I can say that. Thank you. Well, I mean, it is. You know, it's not therapy because we're not doing it ongoing, but you know, I'm a therapist, so shamanic therapy. You're absolutely amazing at what you do. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm open. I don't mind at all. I will always be with you. I love your energy and your truth. That's why I stay loyal to. Thank you very much. And like I said, just a reminder, Tani has not been with us long at all. And again, can I just say, astrology wise, because I blend that in everything, astrotherapy, that's what I do. That's because you have got an Aries moon and rising. So your Aries moon and rising is loving my Aries sun and my Venus in Aries. So I do. It's basically people that tend to resonate with me. I would say are a lot of Scorpio risings, probably a lot of Scorpios as well. Scorpio placements, and Aries placements. Fire. I don't know. Fire and water things. I would say fire and water by a long shot. But there will be earth. We've all got it at different places. But right. And we have manifest. Yep, it's time to manifest shit because whoa, that's weird. Holy shit. How weird is that? The only people that have chatted are Brandy and Tani. And from different decks, you both got cards about Palladian frequency. Hello. And geeking out because that's what I associate with Aquarius moon. Like if you're a natal Aquarius moon, that's very galactic. I can think of loads of people I've connected with over the years that have got very galactic Palladian energy that are Aquarius moon. But yeah, that's not a coincidence. I would say a lot of people that tuned into this wee live, you could really resonate with light beings and specifically Palladians. Rising to Palladian frequencies, sacred bond, healing clears space for higher energies. So let's use, here's another one. Let's use that and that. I don't know if it shows up in the thumbnail. Hello, your thumbnail's showing up different. Is it Leslie? Am I wait? No, is it Gwen? Where the fuck was I getting? Like, it's either like Gwen or Leslie. Oh my god, that's really annoying me. Gwen, I want to go with Gwen. Where the fuck am I getting Leslie from? Gwen, I think it's Gwen. I don't know. You could enlighten us in a minute. But to me, manifest, co-creation, gratitude, divine alignment, joyful visions. Yeah, it's time to manifest, baby. It's like you are. I mean, to me, at some point, I wouldn't force you into it, but at some point, if you're open to it, I think you would be brilliant to get on for a chat, like for all the stuff that's happened from when we came into contact, because it's quite a lot. Like can't keep up with it. Like, Tania had already got a new job, and then now it's like you've been Gretchen. Oh fuck, I was way off. Where the hell was I getting Gwen? I was there with a G. I was there with a G. Gretchen. I will remember now, Gretchen. I will remember, I think. So it's so funny though. I bet you there's somebody called Gwen and Leslie or what at some point like watching this because like where was I getting that from? I mean, I could see the Gwen with a G, but anyway. But yeah, I really do feel like I could like you were already like getting there in alignment, and whatever that was that activated when we've met up, it's clearly like it's like I said, I call my course Awaken, Activate, and Amplify because I really am like a clear quartz, like a whatever's going on, it just oomps it up, like it ooms people's money, it ooms people's success. What I mean, little hidden gem that people aren't maybe realizing. And that's what seems to happen to you because you got upgraded in your job, didn't you? Is that like you tell people yourself in the chat, but I think it would be really interesting if you like share on the live at some point. But again, baby steps. If that scares the shit out of you, well, no, I'm just putting it out there. But yeah, you're manifesting rapidly, so protect your energy. Don't be sharing your ideas and your joy with people that are going to be turning their nose up or oh my god, this is the same message. This is what came out the other day, isn't it? I did sense there was going to be someone around you. I don't know if it's in your actual workplace or if it's in your life. Would be a bit gel, but if you locate who they are, it's better you keep stuff to yourself, like share it with people that are going to celebrate your success. Yeah, sounds great to me. It's insane the things that have happened in such a short space. Yeah, and guys, like seriously, people say this all the time. So that happens. Like Tani has literally just the other day upgraded to the second level of membership. But in my first level of membership, it's basically It's mainly the prayer circle that I do in there, and like the whatever random exclusive videos I'm meant to do and pick a cards. But like today, I'm just going to go in and have a wee chat and do a prayer circle, and you know what I mean. But I will. I'm going to be putting in pick a. I think I got people to vote, and I'm going to do a pick a card. But you know, so stuff happens from that first level, and that's not new. Although I've had what I think I've had the YouTube membership a couple of years now, or a year and a half, um, which is really bold. I say that all the time. Most people do not start a YouTube membership with less than 5,000 people, or you know, people maybe start and they've got a couple of thousand or need enough that, but people don't usually start it when like I only started it when I had like I just reached 1,000. I don't even maybe I hadn't even reached that. I can't remember. But I just thought, fuck it, why wait? You know what I mean? Even if there's 2 or 3 people, because it is building. And it's the fact that people are sharing the things that are happening to them and they are connecting it back to being in my membership. You know what I mean? So it's it's frequency, guys. I'm always working on myself. People feel it, and you know. But that's why I'm very protective of my energy. You know, it's why I'm warning people that my prices are going up next year. I won't do it right away, but my prices are going up on some things. And with some things I might keep the same price, but I won't be sitting for like 5 and 6 hours and half a day and all of that. Because it's just I would encourage somebody else not to undervalue themselves like that. And so I'm having a stern talking to myself. But those of you that have been on a session with me, it's shamanic time. So like I always say, if I'm having fun and I've not got anything else on, I'll stay on. But but please be grateful about that, because a lot of people would be like, right, it's an hour, you need to pay me the same again. And I don't do that. Right, okay, so what else for Kenny? And Gretchen, would you like a wee card before I go? And then I'm going to switch to the membership, which is quite exciting. And by the way, can I just say to me, if you're staying with me to go into the membership, me and Charlotte tested that last night. And what it does is, by the way, is anyone else loving me being in the kitchen? I am loving it. The chat, wait a minute, we'll just move that and then it makes it, that's a pillow. It was, except I think the wall is, yes, the wall is slightly dirty. Hopefully it's not got kids' bogies and stuff. Definitely it'll have food and it's got food and finger marks. It's not food, it's got finger marks. They're little grubby paws, you know, this is where they sit usually. I love them, but yes, they do. You know, it's fun. It's always fun. The first thing I do when they leave is get the Hoover out, because there's like bits of fucking sausage and bacon and whatever food, you know, pasta and shit on the floor. Not shit, but and but I'm just sorry, I'm thinking about the reason why I don't do it through here, and I'm like, do I say it? Do I not? I think I'm going to say it. I'll say it before. I haven't done a live stream in here like this for 5 years, because the thing is, when I first done it, right, it was actually really funny. I can't remember what happened while I was actually, I think it did happen as I was live. I was either filming it, but I think I was actually live, and a fucking mouse honestly appeared and like ran about, and I was like, could you imagine? Like, I quite like mice, but the point is, I'm saying this because I've never seen one like that since. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think in 5 years I saw another one once, and it was when it gets, you know, when it's, I can't remember if it's when it gets really cold or when it gets really, I think it's when it gets really, I think it is about this time of year. I think it is, because I think it was about Jan. Whatever it was, like, because this is an old building, they, you know, they come in for the warmth. I don't mind mice. It's the other thing, like, you know, if it's ever the other thing, like, no, we can't. But anyway, I'm a shaman, so it means something. When the little mouse appeared, it was a message. But what it said to me is, I am not fucking doing it in here, because I let out the biggest scream. It was really funny. But anyway, it's quite annoying, because I saw when I moved in here, I was like, oh my God, this wall is brilliant for like live streaming. But I've got my other white wall is in my wee office. Um, but it just makes more sense to sit in the living room. I'm more comfy, I'm more chilled. When I'm sitting there till 1 in the morning, it feels more kind to the neighbours. Because right now I'm like, can you see my voice is going down a little bit? Because I'm pretty sure that's like my neighbour. I don't know if that's my neighbour's kitchen or their bedroom or their living room, but what I do is pretty weird. So, you know, but I talk that loud, they probably hear me probably a lot. Anyway, I might do this from time to time. I might be a little bit brave, but you know, little mice, if you are still about and I just never see you, please just, don't interrupt the live stream, because that would be funny for everyone, but please don't do that. Anyway, so let's do a message for Gretchen. I nearly called you Gwen or Leslie again. Hilarious. This might be a joke. Right, so yeah, I had my reading from you, and I had a toxic ex who had power over me. And after that session, I felt great and got my power back and got a new job as a manager. Boom, drop the mic. Boob. Oh, I fucked it up. Boom, drop the mic. Yath Queen. I've said Yath Queen twice on this. Quite funny. Yeah, she said it. So if you're dealing with a toxic ex, you need to book a session, and you'll find out why on the session. But thank you for sharing that, because there's sadly so many people that need to be hearing that on here. Never mind toxic ex. This can be a toxic friend that won't, stop. I don't know, leaving you alone, or family member, or someone at your work. Like, here's a story that was about 5 years ago as well. Because actually, I did do her. Oh yeah, I've done a few sessions in here too. Some of the sessions I talk about all the time I've done for here. Maybe I'm taking it Mercury retrograde, and I'm going to do. I think I might actually. Feels more professional. Although I have got the laptop sitting on a pile of washing right now. That's the height. But yeah, they're telling me that one because, don't worry, Gretchen, I will get into this, because that, keeping it anonymous, but that woman basically was, yeah, she was pretty much getting bullied at her work. And because it was during the pandemic and everything, they were meeting on Zoom, and the woman there was people really intimidating her, and she, like, I started stuttering, and she was basically a type of manager, and they just weren't respecting her authority. That was the card from yesterday's video. So yeah, I just taught her about her power animal, which funnily enough was also a blank panther. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Because that was Tenise as well. I'm definitely gonna have to put your. I don't think I put your review in the one from yesterday, but I will put it in this one. Like, and yeah, anyway, long story short, and I can't remember how that woman sent me. I think it must have been email. I might try and look that out. But basically, it was again, this is anonymous, but it was somebody, like, near where I live too, and I bumped into her again randomly somewhere, and she told me more. But the general gist of it was that same thing. She went on the Zoom the next time, felt really empowered, wasn't bothered by people that were being dicks, basically, and they started respecting her more. The whole energy shifted. Soul retrieval's real. Power animals are real. Shamanic healing is real. You don't need to fully understand it as long as it's working. Because we can't have people in management, because that's the thing. Not a lot of people speak about that. It's not easy to be a manager or assistant management or that, because you get all the shit. You get all the shit from other people. But obviously, I've told stories yesterday about, you get managers that abuse their power, or just people in power that abuse their power. But it's another spin on it that, it's not easy to do those sort of things. It's like I say all the time too, not all the time when it's relevant. It's actually not easy to be, like, running a community and making it work. It's a lot of, I feel everybody's everything. It's why over the years, because I've had memberships for like nearly the 10 years I've done it, whether it's Facebook or the YouTube one, or I've ran it on other things before. People will tell you that sometimes I would have it for, like, like I had my Facebook one. I don't know how long it would have been, maybe for like 5 years or something, 4 years. And then it got really intense, and I had to just shut it all down. And I was only doing one-to-ones because it was just too much energy. It's like when I was in WhatsApp groups. And then, long story short, even then when I started up, when I'd done the Ko-fi I'd done it on the Ko-fi platform for like about 2 seconds. It was a bit like Patreon, and I was just like, I don't even want to do this. It wasn't the right time in my life. I just had a chat with one of the Soul family that was close to at the time, and she was like, you don't even want to do it. And I was like, I don't. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be honest with yourself. I don't want to do it, and I don't like to do it if my heart's not in it. And I've always said about this YouTube one, if it starts being too taxing on my energy and there's not enough people in it, or just whatever, like, I'll just pull the plug on it and I'll not do it. But I don't feel like that, by the way. But I am going to need to assess about these higher levels. Like, I might just, is there any point in having them? I'm not fussed, because the other ones are building nicely, especially because, like, at one point there was half the people on the first level and half the people on the second level. So I'm seeing it as a good sign that now it's it's spilling over in the majority are in the second level, and there's a couple in the first level. So that is good. So thank you. But I mean, it's really, be on whatever level you want. And you're not locked in, you can leave whenever you want and stuff. But again, it's like, I feel you're guided to play that for a reason. Because anywhere where I, choose to put my energy in however often, it's because I really love the person that's running it and I trust them. And it's, it's the people that gather around that place. But I can tell you that is like, I can count on one hand. That is next to nobody. And I'm not sharing my people. If you find my people, you're lucky. But that's like my wee staff room to hang out my soul family. But nah, I'm only joking. Like there will be crossovers, and it's I can feel it's all. I can feel the double mission is becoming naught because there's too many things that are clashing. Yeah. Actually, I noticed another one yesterday. Like I was scrolling and I saw it was like I was like, oh, I know that name, and it was like I wasn't on the person's live, but it was like something that comes on our one was on there, and I was like, oh my god, it's funny, but I don't know, I've always been like that. It's like, I just unfortunately it's because I find people treat me differently. Like I just don't chat from here on other places. I just don't like. I'm not even really watching anyone just now. I'm too busy doing all of this. Right, okay. So sorry. Now we'll get to Gretchen. So I had my twin niece's first birthday party the other day, and they had their first taste of cupcakes, and it was so funny. They loved their. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Was there anything weird about that thing that I saw, or was that just an analogy with the shoelaces? Felt amazing. I never thought I'd feel such a shift so quickly. It honestly felt something. That is really amazing. Because if you're feeling uncomfortable, I'm glad that you're able to be around your family and feel good. I have complete trust in you, and I believe I was sent to you for a reason. Thank you. Absolutely. That's what my tattoo means. Everyone happens for a reason. And trust me, keep it anonymous. But the way I just connected with someone there that I'm meant to help, and I believe that person's meant to help me, she said it too, but it's everything happens for a reason. It's crazy. God and the guides see all. Okay, so 16, big tower moment. 16's a tower, 2 16s, tower moment. I noticed a funny synchronicity earlier. The subs were 60. What connection did I make? The subs were 16. Oh, it's changed. They were 1625. Now it's 1626. I felt they were saying there's going to be a tower moment on Christmas Day. That's how I was working it out because all the messages yesterday. So I do feel Christmas Day, Pisces moon. So that's basically a month. Well, we know that's a month from now. Oh, wait a minute. That's kind of funny. Today's the 26th. Or is today the 25th? Today's the 25th. So it's exactly Christmas, exactly a month away, Christmas. Crazy. But I think Christmas Day and Boxing Day are coming through as very significant. And like it's Pisces moon, which is, we're in Pisces moon. Wait a minute, what am I on? November. Pisces moon is just before 7:30 at night UK time on Thursday, and all day Friday, all day Saturday. So please be careful. Don't drink too much. If you or anyone is prone to drugs and alcohol in general, basically, just don't overdo it. That's really whenever a Pisces moon lands on a weekend, I always worry about people with stuff like that because it's like you can just totally overdo it. So be careful, especially because we're building up to a full moon as well. Oh yes, how funny about the shoestring because my partner was washing all his shoe. Oh fuck! Oh sorry, that is just beyond. Are you kidding? Washing all his shoelaces, but that's the only thing I can think of. But I laughed when I seen his shoelaces. That's the only thing you can think of. Tiri, are you kidding? That I am so glad I asked. People that are medium right now will be like laughing at why I'm reacting like this. Just to put you in the picture, people. I saw with my third eye when I was asking. I can't remember who I was talking to now. That's terrible. I think it was your grandmother or nana or something, whoever it was. Or no, was it your nephew? Oh, I can't remember because I spoke to a grandmother at some point and then I spoke to your nephew, whoever it was that was saying it to me. They were showing me just loads of shoelaces hanging down. And I specifically said, this is so weird, but I'm seeing shoelaces all hanging. And you're telling me your partner was washing his shoelaces after I said it too. So, I mean, people, crystal clear vision. I see the future. It's also my birthday numbers right now. There's lots of synchronicity. But it was Nan. Yeah, I thought it was Nan. But how crazy is that? I'm so glad you told me that. Nothing's ever random. The spirit world don't show you things for no reason. Imagine that. I said that at the time. This is a teaching moment because Sagittarius season is learning and teaching. And when I'm doing my craft, my talents, my skills, I do teach as I go along. And I said that at the time. Just give what you're getting. Because imagine I hadn't said that because I thought that's a bit random. And it's that specific that it was actually shoelaces you were going to see, and lots of them. Was it lots of them, or was he just washing two of his shoes? By the way, that's even quite funny. Was it his trainers? I didn't know washing your shoelaces was a thing. Is he rolling about in the mud or something? That's funny. Right, so crown chakra. So I'm glad you asked me because I forgot to tell you. Yeah, it's like I said, I'm not a medium that doesn't want to hear what it was I said. I love hearing the story behind things, discernment. So, Gretchen, recognize clarity so you know when you're off. There's something you need to be extremely discerning with right now. If something feels off, it usually is, kind of thing. That's, I know that's a common thing that people say. And I feel it's just in line with this Mercury retrograde about to go direct. And it's also because it's in the Scorpio, that is very discerning energy. So your radar is not likely to be off. And you don't got quite strong Scorpio. You got a Scorpio rising or something. I don't know. If you tell me that, I feel like you might have some. But it's also, about Saturn going direct too. There's just going to be a huge shift in all of our lives. And because it is an Aquarius moon right now, quite shocking, surprising shifts. Like you think something's going to go one way, it goes the complete other. Like, so for instance, that reminds me of the video I channeled for yesterday, I think it was, or today was a shorter one. I think it was yesterday's. And it was like, whoever that connects with, it looks like this person's like going to be with this person, whatever. And then it all switches up and then you're with a real one. And I just said something similar like that to somebody. Now, don't panic. That feels like the divine masculine male and females that have been getting, sorry to say that, but hoodwinked or kind of pulled into a false sense of safety, thinking someone's a soulmate or a twin flame, and they were your karmic partner. And like I said, some of these connections can feel like, oh yes, you are Scorpio rising. That backs up what I said about attracting lots of Scorpio risings. So yeah, anyway, there's discernment you need to use with something. And meditate, return to the tranquil home within yourself. So again, if whatever this is going to be, because as we've just seen, more so than not, I get messages of the future. So you don't know yet, but unless it's happened, or it could be happening sort of real time. But there is something about getting still and tuning in and asking, ask your guides, like, what is this about? Why are you showing me this? Just like when I got still and asked, why are you showing me these fucking shoelaces? What does that mean? And then I gave the message and now I'm finding out what that was about. I am loved. I am loved. Throat chakra. Yeah. So I feel there's something that you're going to have to speak your truth about. And I feel it's quite uncomfortable. But whoever it is you're saying it to, it's really going to help them. I feel this might be your actual twin flame. I gave a message like this to you before. You might have already done this, but I feel it's something that you're going to say to him. Something's really going to click. So I feel like you're just that person for him. The Scorpio risings, it's our gift. Right. So, oh God, yeah, it's probably going to it's going to turn his world upside down because you're his mirror. This is clearly for more than just Gretchen. So I'm sure I do it often for mine. Sorry about that. Just my calling and all that. Meant to help people. Yes, look at this. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Sorry, that's so funny. So that's about following your north node out of your comfort zone. And what's funny about that is that right before I came on here, I'd literally just said to the person I was talking to, I don't think I used my tagline, but what I always say is I'd rather be someone's shot of whiskey and everyone's cup of tea. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but what I'm chilling out with a bit now is it's a bit of a shame if people are put off by the fact that I quite bluntly speak to dead people and light beings and all of that. And if I'm able to help other people and they find me through the hypnotherapy and the coaching, and then I thought he was, yeah, I think I felt that before. Like that's why you'll hit on such a deep level. But like, you know, and then people can look, you know, they can find about the other stuff if they want, but you know, sometimes it's good to have a bit of a different avenue. Whereas I know what I do is pretty weird, but it's weird and wonderful. So you've got to own it. You know what I mean? You have got to own it. But obviously it's quite controversial what I do too. I don't I think it's pretty blindly fucking obvious why I don't want to be. You can drop me out. The one thing I'm always saying, I'm like, I'm not wanting to be, you know what I mean? I'm not fucking flogging my channel and stuff in the local gossipy Facebook groups and that. Sorry. Sorry if anyone's watching. Like, these places are amazing places here, but I just don't, you know, I don't think my community is ready for that. I'm not interested. If you haven't been watching and you're like, fine, but I don't think, you know, I don't know. So embrace your weirdness, face your true north, you know, own it basically. But yeah, who or what is triggering you? I already said it before I saw the cards. You, because they're just speaking through me. You are triggering him, but it's a good thing. You're triggering him to be more in alignment, right? But the crumbling, which is like the tower card, and look how, what I just went on about the tower, the double tower, the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? He's clinging on to something, a part of him that's not him anymore. And you just being you, you know, and also you just being you, showing up in your energy, reminds him of who he really is, and it dropped the bullshit. And the first card I started off and I thought it was going to be 5 minutes, and fuck knows how long I've been now. I've been about an hour, haven't I? The card was, it's time to go there. And that card is about, it's time to stop avoiding what you know you have to not avoid. So, and with collectively, with a lot of twin flames, it's time to talk. And this is so in line with like Mercury retrograde conjunct Venus today, because really it's today that it's actually. Wait a minute, let me check it was yesterday and today, but I think today is this, you know, the strongest of it, or I'm feeling it anyway. Mercury 22, yeah, Mercury is 22 degrees right now, Venus 23. So, well, that's quite interesting. When I was talking to that woman, it would have been exactly conjunct. See, that was, I would say that's a destined, that was a destined meeting. We both felt a bit like that. So creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. You, whether you realize it or not, you just showing up and speaking your truth, or maybe giving him a few. I feel you give him home truths. I feel when he's on self-destruct mode about all areas of like you, um, you know, you inspire him, and you know, hopefully he tells you that, but you know, it's you do. So, and also look how awkward I'm getting when I'm trying to say that. So yeah, pretty intense. And I'm going to shuffle you a wee New Earth message, and then I mean, because I've been on here so long, I'm going to go and I'm going to. Oh my God, please don't let me just fuck off, because the whole point was I needed to switch to the membership. I'm going to switch to the membership, and I'm going to hang out with you guys for like half an hour, and I will put my tea on at the same. Actually, I'm only having like, yeah, I'll put my tea on at the same time, or just quickly eat that, and then I'll just go live. But I'll not be live from here because all my cards are through there. But yeah, I'm glad you got the confirmation you need. Universe, this is your galactic connection. Metatron, wholeness, commune with all of life, micro macrosm. Again, another synchronicity, because the very first card I pulled for Brandy was micromanaging the universe. So there's something about, you know, on the smaller scale and the larger, the micro and the macro. Like, and I even done that there because I was speaking about your connection, yours and his connection, but then also the collective. But yeah, universe. And the 11th of December is going to be significant, but also this month, November, because there's 11 on the card. Oh my God, I need to drink something. That energy was coming from, like, see when it's an Aquarius moon, like I just fully like turn in, never mind channeling I turn into my Palladian self, you know what I mean? It's just it's very fast energy. They seem to have calmed the fuck down now. Right, okay, so let's just do one more collective and then I will go. So, what does everyone need to know for a go? So, I'm glad some of you's got a wee message there. And if anyone would like to book a session, I usually have the links in there, but I didn't do it because I'm going live from the. Oh, wait a minute. Why am I not? How weird. See what I mean? Because I'm in a different place, I can. I can just do it from my phone like I do every other time. Weird. So I'm just putting that in there for if people are watching on replay and they need the link handy, basically. Because hopefully at some point will people will choose to watch it on replay. Even just to be like, what has Claire got on her heat? What is going on? Um um I mean it's definitely giving. I might not look my age because people say that to me quite a lot, and thank you. But I think it is giving pushing into my 40s, isn't it? It's kind of giving like a housewife. I do quite like it though. I think if this ends up, if the result ends up all right, I'm going to have this in quite a bit. Not on here, like, I just mean if the result is nice. Because with those other ones, it's just really bulky with the sleep rulers, but I'm quite excited to find out the result of it. I'm just like, do I do it before I go live to sort it out, or do I just see what happens when I take it out? Right, so did I pin it? So that is for oh no, yeah. So that is for anyone watching the replay. If you need to be present now, I'm just going to close it out with some. Oh, I'll set the timer. Sorry, I was nearly forgetting. So get oh okay. Slow down, Claire. Basic. Oh look, called. Ah yes, look how they're doing this. So if you feel called to join us in the membership, I'm not talking about right away or anything, though you can if you want. I'm going to be in both levels, and like I'll set it for like 3 minutes or something. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. So I'm so wanting to burst out into boy, no matter what we do, let you step up, I'll step up too. It don't matter what the haters say, as long as you are my boo. If you know Step Up, that's one of my favourite films. If you know Step Up, that's the wee song on that. You're welcome. Can't sing, but it was in my head. I had to lay it out. It's time to step up. It's it's all pointing towards um everything I've been writing down the last few weeks. It's like every time I run the Fuck It Let's Go challenge, it's always a crank up, a quantum leap in our ascension. And basically it's those that feel called will do it. Those that don't won't. And also if you don't do all the steps, you won't get as bigger results. And as I explained last night, it's a risky move for me because it might end up you get all the help, and then at the end I've got no energy for Christmas and nobody's bought anything. But again, I'm not saying that to guilt trip people. Trust me, the people that can afford it and that really resonate, they'll buy the services. The people that really resonate but can't afford it will remember me. It's all worth it either way, right? Because especially because this is like maybe the fifth or the sixth time I've ran it. But it just doesn't translate that well on YouTube. It's all testing. Basically, messy action. You're never going to know unless you test things. That's basically always my messaging with that. You've got to take messy action. But yeah, soul gifts and training, you're called. But I do feel we are talking about if you're called to join us in the membership. I'm just about to set members only live stream in. Oh, you can only set a minute or 5 minutes. I'm not hanging around 5 minutes. Let's just do a minute, all levels. Right. So if you're in the membership, it won't, unfortunately, it didn't switch for Charlotte. It doesn't just go straight to YouTube's not that clever. So you do need to find me again on the stream. So don't sit on the same stream. And for everyone else, it will just end. Get excited. 1 minute until members only. You'll be redirected automatically. That's a lie. That is a lie. It did not happen to Charlotte. Oh my god, how weird. I was just hearing noises and thought it was my partner, but I turned around and it's not. Oh, do 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 do. Right. Ah, oh, oh, I'm getting chills. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Oh my god. I'm putting that in the title. You've been training for this for lifetimes. If you're meant to understand what that means, you just will. Other people watching that are lurking that aren't sending good energy, or people that just haven't awakened to that level are going to be like, no idea what she's on about, but it was quite entertaining. I'll just swipe on to someone else. See you later. See you in a bit. I mean, when's it going to change? I don't know if I'm still